Welcome to Stats Edge Trading Pro, where we're going to help you trade with a back-tested edge in the markets. Now, the way I like to look at the markets is that first I want to root where I'm finding my symbols and what I'm looking to trade and where, based off of something that I can point to and say, yes, this has been tested. It's not just a theory that somebody has, it's not just a video that somebody's made, but this is something that's tested and proven in the markets. From there, I can take that and then apply my knowledge of technical analysis and reading charts. If you're a fundamental person, you can apply that fundamental aspect on top of it, macroeconomics, whatever it is. But when you start from a basis of statistics and you start from a basis of backtest, then all of your other decision making gets much easier. So that's what we're going to do here. Now, what is StatsEdge Pro? So, first of all, what StatsEdge Pro is the ability to get an email from me every single week with the output of all of the algorithms I run, both current and future. What I mean by that is a lot of what I do as a trader, since I'm not day trading and I'm not scalping the markets and I'm not staring at every tick, I spend a lot of time reading academic studies published on trading and its the benefits of this indicator versus that indicator, or looking at trends this way versus that way. I talk to very well-known and big name traders about how they do things and see if I can bring any of that into code. I backtest things. I code and I build things into testers and I test them to see whether it makes sense or whatnot. That's what a lot of my day looks like. So at the end of the week, I can export all of the symbols that come from these different algorithms and know that I have to trade them these certain ways. And that frees up a lot of time to build more algorithms. So the algorithms that you're going to see, some I've been using for many years, but as I build new and as I create new, they'll be included as well. So doesn't mean you have to trade all of them. Some of them are going to be better for longer term traders. Some are going to be better for shorter term traders. It's going to depend on what it is that you're looking for in the market. Now, we also have all of the rules explained. So, how exactly you're going to trade these things. I'm not going to say buy here and sell here. This is not investment advice. This is not a signal service. But I'm going to say I built this back test using these rules. Now, in this strategy, you're looking for a pullback. In this strategy, maybe you're looking for a breakout. Maybe this is a revision to the mean one where you're looking to buy as the stock moves lower, that type of thing. How long roughly is the hold time for? And the idea is that not that you copy these rules exactly and just place the trade. You have to make the trade your own, but having a framework to saying, I'm going to look at this symbol and I'm going to look for it to do this pullback, breakout, continue its trend, whatever it is, helps that decision process of, you know, I don't know what symbol to look at. And even if I did know what symbol to look at, I don't know where I'm going to take that trade. This very much helps with that. So there'll be a video of me going over every single symbol at the end of every week. I'm going to look at from each strategy every symbol. I'm going to kind of give my opinion of it from a technical analysis standpoint, things that I'm going to look going into next week. We're going to do all this on the weekend, so you have plenty of time to prepare for your trading week every single week. Now, we'll also have a monthly Q&A. So if you want to just come and ask questions, if you want to talk about a trade that you've taken and maybe how you could have done better at it, or, why does this strategy look for this and that strategy look for that, you can come. There'll be a members only Q&A where you can ask any questions you want. I will be here presenting my screen and I can answer those for you in real time. And then also we're going to have a chat in Substack. Substack released a ability to have subscriber only chats. So a place that we can say, "Hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that?" Focusing on the fact that we are starting with a applied statistical edge and then we are just adding our opinions on top of that already defined edge. Now, what are the benefits of systematic trading? Well, one is the main one is that I can prove, right, what it is that I'm looking at. So this is a back test of two of the strategies ran together. One is a pullback strategy, one is a breakout strategy. So they complement each other okay. And this is going back from the year 2000 to 2024. So it's nearly 25 years of back test to prove that it's not magic, right? You see down periods of time, you see flat periods of time, like any realistic strategy is going to show you. But what what's happening is the line is moving in the direction over the long run that we like. So if I'm pulling from these particular lists, then I know that I am at least putting my right foot forward to being in the right direction of what it is that I want to accomplish, which is equity growth over time. Also, we know roughly what's going to happen, not with every single trade, but over the long run. So I want to highlight one of these strategies, which does amazing. You can see the net profit numbers over to 25 years back test, starting with a $100,000 account, is fantastic. But it allows you to say, hey, this strategy is less right often than 50-50. A lot of people would look at that and go, oh no, that's a bad thing. But we know that long term trend following strategies, their power is that when they're wrong, the average loss is 8%, the average winner is 17%. So I know that if I'm going to trade this strategy and I'm someone who has to be right constantly, that this strategy is not going to be for me. I'm going to probably focus on this one that's right closer to, 55-ish percent of the time. So I'm right more often than I'm wrong. We have strategies that are right, 60% of the time and plus, but their win loss ratio always gets compressed when you're right that often. But you can look at this and you can say, these are the strategies that make the most sense to me based off the output that they produce, based off maybe the charts they look at, or based off of the win percentage that I see there. And then also, I know this is a big, complicated chart, but I know what it will be like to feel to trade this strategy. Where if we focus on this is the strategy broken down by year this way and by month this way. And you can see red months. You can see actually a couple red years in its back test. I know that if I'm going to trade this strategy, what I can expect going in. If I'm looking for something that's going to make me thousands of percent a year and all I have to do is click a few buttons, sorry, I've got a bridge to sell you. But I know that I'm going to be okay if I am down a couple months in a row on these strategies, because being down a few months in the row on these strategies, it happens, right? Over the long run, I will end up making money. So it helps put us in the correct mind frame where we're saying, hey, I know what's happening here. I know that if I'm continuing to plug away doing this, that eventually over time I will have some of these great years. There's multiple 100% years. There's some years that are, 75, 34, 51. So there's some great years that occur here, but I need to be realistic in my expectations. And trading with statistical edge helps that. Helps us enter a probability mindset as opposed to I'm going to be correct on every trade because that's what the internet told me. So if you are someone who is interested in taking your trading to the next level and trading with some sort of statistical edge behind you, I implore you to check out StatsEdgeTrading.com. You can click on the StatsEdgePro section. There'll be links in the descriptions below or in my bio, wherever it is that you want to see. You can sign up for us using Substack so that everything's all handled by Substack and start getting your emails every single weekend.